What's going on, Jerome's Minnesota Vikings have high hopes for edge rusher Diamond Dallas Turner, the pride of Alabama. Roll Tide, pictured here with the greatest quarterback of all time. No big deal. But the Vikings, they drafted J.J. McCarthy number 10 overall. They trade up and took Diamond Dallas Turner number 17 overall. So high expectations for Diamond Dallas Turner. I kind of thought he was going to hit the diamond cutter on his last sack, but saving some money. There you go. Speaking of money, 240. But Turner. So obviously high expectations for McCarthy and Turner. McCarthy has been dealing with injuries, and with Turner, last year was situated behind two Pro Bowl and an All-Pro edge rushers, combined for 23.5 sacks behind Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel. You were thinking, okay, he's going to get a great education. They're going to develop him into the edge rusher that Flores wants, and he's got arms for days. He's got speed for days. He's got everything. He can fill out and be that superstar speed rushing edge rusher. He can be our Brian Burns. He can be our Von Miller. He can do all that stuff. And Turner this season, it's been a little uneven, but also you can see the highs, because you see the splash plays that keep you interested, right? It hasn't been a complete washout, burnout since Andrew Van Ginkel has been gone and Diamond Dallas Turner has been essentially in the starting lineup. But so far this season, 324 defensive snaps, 25 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, a sack and a half. So he's got 3x Lance Armstrong, 18 pressures, as well as a 14.4% pressure rate. So here's what's going on too, is that he isn't rushing the passer every single passing down. This isn't a Jonathan Grenard situation. I think that's why people are so upset. It's like, well, we're not seeing Turner get pressure. We're not seeing this or other thing. But if you look at the numbers where he's getting a 14.4% pressure rate, that's really damn good for an edge rusher, especially one who is not an every down pass rusher, since he is dropping into coverage a pretty significant amount as well. He's got an A6 quarterback rating when thrown at, 0 touchdowns allowed, which pretty sure he's the only defender who didn't give up a touchdown in coverage against the Chargers. 2 missed tackles, as well as a 55.5 PFF grade. Remember, 60 is average, so they're grading him slightly below average. But eyeball test-wise, there's a lot of things going on. So speed rush is there. I mean, that's always going to be his hallmark. The developing into a bull rush or some combo moves, like that's still a work in progress. The toolbox isn't set yet. Also, if the offensive tackle gets his hands on him, gets him on the breastplate, the rep's basically over. So he's not using his length as adequately as you would like, right? Also, he does have better use of hands this season. Is able to get the offensive tackle off of him. And Flores, like we said, it seems like they're trying to turn him more into AVG, more as a hybrid edge rusher off ball, as opposed to just straight up developing him into Grenard era Perez, right? And still gets washed out setting the edge versus the run, but you can expect that to a degree as he looks to add size to his frame. But there's still enough splash pressures to keep hope. There's still enough instant pressure in there. Some of the decision making against the Chargers, it's questionable. Like he launching himself straight up into Justin Herbert's grill. Probably would have been ejected for targeting if this is college, as well as borderline, almost at a late hit out of bounds on Herbert as well. So is that some frustration? Don't really know. But Turner, like we said, I understand that there are high expectations, especially in that draft class. You look at Jared Verse, et cetera. We've been over at Jared Verse, 3 years older than Turner. But I feel like he's done enough where things are certainly interesting, and you can see the progression and you can see the faith that's been put in Dallas Turner. When Andrew Van Ginkel gets back, that's going to be interesting because, as Flores said, he sees 3 starters on the edge. Will Turner have a significant drop in snaps? Don't know. But I still think that the learning curve is still pretty steep. But Turner, like I said, Turner's definitely done enough to stay in the picture. He hasn't been a complete waste of a pick, but also we need to see more. Got to get things going as we progress through year 2. Hopefully by the end of the season, Turner will have more consistency on the edge, be better at setting the edge against the run, as well as start bringing home some of those pressures. Because again, that surprised me a little bit as well. The 14.4% pressure rate, since he's not being sent on every single down. So keep hope alive. Like, please, Vikes watch. please pan out. Yeah. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Diamond Dallas turn of the season. Is he making the most of his opportunity? Let us know our thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.